Did the people really win? Did they beat Wall Street? Today, big deal going on with Robinhood, with multiple brokers cutting off traders, not allowing them to buy or invest in GameStop. Stocks like AMC, BlackBerry, and all these hot meme stocks right now, cutting them off. Customers are outraged. People talking about lawsuits and all of this big deal stuff, how Robinhood needs to go down. Well, we're going to talk about it right here in this video and why everybody is wrong. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Now, first, before we get into the argument that everyone's getting all upset about and talk about how GameStop's still going to go to 1,000 and all that, I get it. I understand, right? Everybody on the internet, it's Warren Buffett, and I'm an idiot, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But let's kind of recap really quickly here. On Sunday, I made a video talking about the gamma squeeze that was coming for GameStop because of two things. Because on Friday, all of those options expired in the green on the Friday before. So I made the video on Sunday. I talked about the exact everything that happened. I talked about it in the video. Okay, so I was on their side. I was on Reddit's side for quite some time. And then it got to a point where it just became unfathomable, insanity. It got to a point where I said, hey, I talked about this the other day in the live stream as well. I talked about how there was a really good chance at some point either the NASDAQ, someone is going to come in and be like, hey, we're turning this party off. It doesn't make sense anymore. We've got to do something because it's getting so irrational and so insane at this point. And that's exactly what happened today. And that's kind of what happened yesterday too. First off, with TD Ameritrade starting to restrict GameStop, AMC. And then today, I guess Robinhood, same thing. They're not allowing customers to buy and sell. So it wasn't a mystery on why this is all happening, because we knew on Tuesday that it got to a point where everything started just getting to an insanity. Once things become so irrational and so insane, the street, Wall Street, is going to step in. And one thing I want to reiterate, I talked about a lot today during the live stream, and everybody kept arguing with me, is at the end of the day, Wall Street, big banks, these big funds, they don't lose. I know it sounds like, oh, hey, wow, all these hedge funds lost all this money because of GameStop. But you also got to remember, they've made tons and tons and tons of money as well over the years. So, losing $1 billion here and there, I know it sounds like a lot of money. It sounds like they're going to go out of business and it's going to be all over. But you got to remember, they're just going to get money from somewhere else. And one thing, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie, and one thing as well, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Billions. Axelrod talks about this in the show. He says, hey, you don't trade your own money. You trade other people's money. That way, when you lose it, you still get paid. You still make money. Even if you lose everyone else's money, you still get rich. So let's be honest. At the end of the day, these hedge funds, these quote-unquote hedge funds that Reddit destroyed, the guys that are running it, they're still going to be rich. And all the people on Reddit are still going to be poor. So who's really winning this battle? You can see here this morning, GameStop, this morning up to $500. And at that point, I was like, it's got to be over. Not because I think that it can't go higher, but just because it gets to a point where it's just becoming insanity. It just goes to a point where the market has to step in, where regulators, where people, the brokers have to step in and have to do something, because this is no longer investing. This is basically just going to Vegas and betting on black or betting on red. And the thing is, I think a lot of people are confused as well. A lot of people are confused because I saw this in the live stream as well. People think that at the end of the day, if GameStop goes to $1,000, that the hedge funds are going to be the one holding the bag. But at least I know the truth here. The truth is, the hedge funds are not holding the bag. Smart money is not holding the bag. They don't hold the bag. They make money. They buy GameStop back when it's $20, and then they sell at $400. They don't hold the bag. They sell it to retail investors. We've seen this over and over, years and years. I've been doing this for years now, and we have seen this happen over and over. You get these funds, you get these investment firms, you get these analysts that pump stocks, the stock goes up, and then all of a sudden the story changes. All of a sudden the great story of, wow, everything's great, it's going to go to the moon, changes. And then guess who gets stuck holding the bag? Retail investors. A great example of that is GoPro. If you look at GoPro here, check out GoPro. Let's go way. We got to go back here. We got to go way back here. If we go, let's keep going. Way back. All right, can you see that? Back in 2014, GoPro was trading at $96. And guess what? Everybody was bullish on the street on GoPro. They thought GoPro was going to revolutionize the world, the technology of cameras, that everybody in the world is going to need a GoPro to put on their head. And the street talked it up, and they pumped it, and they pumped it, and they pumped it. They got it up there in the $95 area, and then it's never recovered since. So, word of wisdom here. I'm not trying to be the guy that's saying I told you so, but I'm trying to explain to you, at the end of the day, somebody is always left holding the bag. And the person holding the bag is never the street. Retail investors are always the ones who get hurt the most. Today, perfect example of that. If you look at like AMC, I had a friend of mine, I talked to him earlier. He was like, man, you see AMC? You got to get in on this, man. You got to get in on it. And look at it now. AMC down to $10. The high this morning pre-market was $23. I guarantee it that there's some retail investor out there, just in general, some retail investor that bought AMC yesterday at the $20 area and is now down 50%. I guess I can't really guarantee it, but I can pretty much guarantee that there's retail investors out there holding the bag on AMC. Because guess what? The funds, the investment funds, Wall Street, the banks, they're not buying AMC at $20. They're just not doing it. So who's buying it at $20? It wasn't the shorts. The shorts, you got to remember, the shorts are not buying shares when they cover their shorts and then holding those shares. It's not how it works. Really simple. If I short something, let's say I want to short AMC. It's at $10. I basically tell my broker, our broker says, hey, we've got 1,000 shares on loan. I'll loan you 1,000 shares, Patrick. If you think you can buy the price, if you can buy the shares back later and you want to short it, deal. So I sell the shares that I do not own. I sell it at $11. And now AMC drops to, let's say, $10. Now I'm up $1 a share. So then what do? I go on my little broker platform and I say, I'm ready to buy back 1,000 shares. So I click buy and then I buy back those 1,000 shares. But I don't actually, go out and grab those shares and hold on to them. They just go back to whoever owned them before. And a lot of these people who own them are either funds, there are different LLCs that own shares for loaning out on shorts and things like that. They're retail investors. They're pretty much, if a broker offers margin, they're a lot of times allowed to loan out your shares. So the funny thing is, Reddit and all these companies and, Reddit and all these guys online have this idea that at the end of the day, Wall Street's going to be the one holding the bag. But I guarantee, again, I guess I can't guarantee here, but I'm pretty much promising you that at the end of the day, more retail investors will lose money on this whole move than the retail investors that made money. I know everybody online is a millionaire and everyone's made millions of dollars trading AMC and trading GameStop and all that. I know everyone's rich online, right? Everyone's made millions except for me, basically. But for everybody that made $1 million, there's probably 1 million people that lost a lot of money. And I wouldn't say 1 million per person because obviously a lot of people don't have money, but especially when it gets to a point where everybody in the media is talking about it, everyone on YouTube's talking about it, everyone's talking about how, hey, you got to buy these stocks, something like Dogecoin. A girl today told me that she bought Dogecoin today. She's like, oh yeah, I invested in Dogecoin. It's going to go up. It's going to be like Bitcoin one day. I'm literally trying to turn it off because I feel like I'm becoming so frustrated because people are just so insanely sheepy. Everyone is so sheepy. And I'm sure there's going to be a million comments down below saying that I'm a bear and I'm working for the street and Melvin Capital paid me off, which is amazing because I actually saw comments on like stock tweets. People again, this guy's getting paid by the hedge funds to put out bad news. Well, I put out a video last night talking about the difference between AMC, talking about the difference between GameStop, and then talking about, BlackBerry with the short float, with the amount of shares in the float and all of that. And well, no one listened to me. And then today I'm the bear and I'm the bad guy. But I basically laid out the entire plan. Sunday, I talked about how this plan could work out for those guys, talking about the Reddit play, talking about the gamma squeeze, which is exactly what happened. We had this insane gamma squeeze. You had the settlement on Monday and Tuesday for the options that expired on Friday. So that's what happened Monday and Tuesday. And then after that, it just became this insanity thing because you have all these billionaires, Elon Musk and people posting about it. And it's like, I see people online, they're like, oh yeah, Elon Musk posted about GameStop. He posted about it. It's going to go to the moon. It's going to go higher, right? But it's not how it works. At the end of the day, retail investors, retail traders, whatever you want to call them, they're going to be the ones that are going to suffer the most. And that's why Robinhood, that's why these brokers turned it off. That's why they finally got to a point like, hey, we got to do something because it's getting insane because there's so much misinformation out there. And you've really got to understand, number one, I've talked about this again since day one, probably like three or 4 years ago. I made videos talking about how Robinhood, you should never use Robinhood, first off, because if you're using Robinhood, you are a product. They're making money off of you. They're selling your data. They're selling your order flow, and they're making lots and lots of money off of their customers. How does Robinhood make money? They make money off of their customers. And guess who pays Robinhood all this money? Well, number one, I think one of their top customers is Citadel. And guess who Citadel just bailed out from a short squeeze? Melvin Capital. You got to understand that Robinhood is not your friend. These brokers are not your friends. If you really want to, I'm going to make it very clear. If the internet, if the people want to stand up and they want to burn down Wall Street, they want to take down Wall Street, which they somehow people believe that they've made some type of magical dent in Wall Street. I see people posting online like, we did it. We took down Wall Street. I don't know, guys. I think Wall Street's still working. It's still going. But if you really want to take down Wall Street, you want to take down Robinhood, take your money out of Robinhood. Take your money out of the street. Don't go and buy meme stocks. Don't buy any stocks. If you really think that it's all a scam and you don't want to invest, take your money out. Go buy cryptocurrency. I mean, this is not financial advice. But if you really want to stop the wheel from spinning, you got to stop being the mouse on the trap or on the spinning wheel. You got to stop being that little mouse that's spinning there, because that's basically all these people that think that they're beating Wall Street are just literally little mice, on the wheel spinning. It's not the first time people have stood up and thought they were going to beat Wall Street. It won't be the last time. And this is exactly how it always goes. In the end, retail investors will be the ones holding the bag. I know Dave Portnoy's talking about how, Robinhood should be shut down, how it's all a scam. But guess what? Dave Portnoy is out here promoting AMC. He's pumping AMC. I think he bought AMC at $15, and he's like, oh, stocks only go up. Stocks only go up. Yeah, Dave, stocks only go up. Just like GoPro. Just like GoPro, right? Just like a million other stocks that only go up. They only go up forever. Well, guess what? There was a guy just like Dave Portnoy who promoted GameStop back in 2014 when it was $90. There was people online on Reddit forums talking about growth. There was people like David Portnoy talking about GoPro going to the moon forever and stocks only going up. And guess what? All these people who bought GoPro at $90, I mean, there's probably still some people that are holding GoPro from that price level. I hope not, but there still is. So you got to understand, I know it's all fun and games, but at the end of the day, this idea that Wall Street is going to lose is the furthest from the truth. They're not going to lose. They're going to keep making money because all the retail investors have no idea what they're doing. Trying to pile in and make a stock like AMC go to $1,000, that's not investing. That's just gambling at that point. And I know it's fun and it's cool and everyone's going to be mad that I'm trying to actually talk some sense in everybody. But you got to ask yourself, number one, there's no lawsuit for Robinhood. You can't sue Robinhood for doing exactly what they're supposed to do. If you agree to their terms of service, in their terms of service, it says, it clearly states that they have a fiduciary responsibility when the market becomes super volatile, super irrational, that they can suspend trading, things like that. That's why the stock market has things like halts and all that. So it's amazing. All these people think that, that someone's going to jail because of this. But really, the people that should go to jail are people like David Portnoy, who are out there promoting AMC, telling people to buy AMC, that stocks only go up. That's who should go to jail. You got the Barstool Fund, and I commend you for that. I think it's awesome. But this idea that you could just buy a stock like AMC and then just start screaming and yelling, stocks only go up, that's obviously not true. because AMC is a perfect example of that. So there's my little rant. I'm kind of just got to put it out there, I guess, because it's just been one of those days. We've been living in this magical fantasy world, it seems like, for quite some time, but it's only been like a week, but it's literally going insane. So there it is. Everyone who's texting me, everyone's calling me, asking me what's going to happen with AMC. I have no idea. I don't predict the future. I trade what's in front of me, and then when things start to get crazy and irrational, then I've got to ask myself, hey, this might be a good time to sell. This might be a good time to get out once things just don't make any more sense anymore, right? That's the way I look at it. So there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I'll talk to you guys later on.